Today's circumstances have forced Amana Academy in a new and exciting direction. Let's examine the role of eBooks in this year's instructional plan. Our learning targets today focus on your ability to embrace this new tool set, manage your own professional development, and successfully implement eBooks in your classroom. Take a moment now to read the targets to yourself, and then we will move on. I'm curious how many of us have experience with ebooks. Have you read one through a Kindle, on a Nook, using your tablet, Chromebook, or laptop? What about on your phone? How was that experience for you as a reader? These experiences have shaped, consciously or otherwise, our views on the benefits or drawbacks to ebooks. For some of us, nothing can replace the experience of a physical book. Today, however, I'm asking you to set aside those preferences and opinions as we collectively adopt ebook usage within our classrooms. Publishers have done an admirable job of attempting to replicate the physical book experience, insofar as anything virtual might. Unabridged, browsable, and open to annotation, ebooks have come a long way since their introduction in 1971. In these times, ebooks offer a unique advantage in reducing cross-contamination of shared resources. They mitigate the loss of school inventory. Coupled with new features such as the exportation of notes and highlights, ebooks stand out as an instructional game changer during the pandemic. One advantage with ebooks comes in the accessibility package. There are slight variations between publishers, with the most important difference being the availability of read aloud features. For the editions we purchased, most have at least a computer-generated reader. All ebooks have the font size, color, style, and for some, a background customization feature. Readers can also change their screen view to a more comfortable setting, going to single page view for a smaller device or a double page layout for larger screens. Dictionaries and in-book searches further support content accessibility, as does the offline reading feature. Accessibility features are, for me, the lowest universal bar for ebooks. If a reader cannot access the content, then where is the value in the tool? Study and learning aids, on the other hand, are the features which set ebook publishers apart. Capstone, with its interactive books, offers the pinnacle of reader engagement. Amana owns several of these ebooks located in our Destiny Quest system. I encourage you to check out one of the Capstone books and explore the Cadillac of ebooks. However, for our novel studies, we are taking this journey in a more mid-sized ride. Our ebooks provide note-taking and highlighters with color coding options, the ability to export those notes or highlights. Some of our ebooks also provide citations in a variety of different formats, which are great for source lists and essays. In-book searching provides attached context for each keyword result, as well as dictionaries for looking up unfamiliar words. Some of the ebooks also provide Google searches. Looking up an individual's name, a location, or an unfamiliar word will result in the top 10 Google searches being displayed. And finally, several of the products provide reading statistics that are useful for our educators. So, how does this all work for us? Well, we'll be using 3 different platforms. This is because our particular novel studies are not available on a single service. In addition, we're supporting only 3 novel studies from grades 4 through 8. A pilot is being offered to third grade with the Peter Pan ebook, should they wish to experiment or explore. Please note that ebook availability does not necessarily match EL's most recent recommended list of modules to be used during the pandemic. Unfortunately, some of EL's novel studies are not available in ebook format. In addition, the EL recommended module list came out after we had made our ebook purchases. If you have questions about marrying up your ebook to the recommended module, please speak with Dr. Campbell. If parents prefer a paper copy of the book but cannot secure one, please see Ms. Naveen. We do have a stock of paper products available. What do you as a teacher need to train on? Looking at this chart, you'll see that fourth grade will need training on Destiny Quest and Sora. Fifth and sixth grade will need training on Mac and Via and Sora. Seventh grade on Destiny Quest and Mac and Via. And eighth grade will only be utilizing a single product, Sora Overdrive. Classroom libraries, small group guided reading, and independent recreational reading are key components of growing literacy among students. Our tool set for these areas include the following platforms: Epic, Destiny Quest, Mac and Via, and Sora Overdrive. Epic is an online recreational reading platform which provides free access to classroom teachers and students during a traditional school day. After-hours access is currently a paid feature. Many of you have familiarity with Epic. Those of you who may have not used Epic in a number of years would be pleased to learn that Epic has expanded its reading levels into middle school. The system allows you, the teacher, to develop quizzes, assign reading, track reading progress, and see grades. You can also use this for small guided reading projects or to project it through Zoom for whole group instruction. Epic formats include read-alouds, audio-only books, and traditional ebooks. You have the option to allow students to look at videos or not. The types of materials located in Epic include supplemental texts, many of which are on the EL recommended reading list, fiction and general nonfiction topics, and what I like to call instructional nonfiction. These would be books that a student might not particularly wish to read recreationally, but have value when you're teaching a specific skill. So for example, a book on how to write poetry might be an excellent instructional text to supplement that skill when taught. If you're interested in a specific crew training, I am happy to provide for Epic. As you can see, Destiny Quest has a very limited number of supplemental ebooks. Mac and Via currently has over 5,000 available to us. Unfortunately, these free books will expire in September. Ms. Naveen will be able to add special offers and freebies as they become available throughout the year. Sora Overdrive is really the exceptional resource that we're looking for when it comes to recreational reading platforms, especially for middle school. We currently have access to Fulton County's Sora Overdrive account. Fulton County Schools is in the process of opening their service to the elementary student population. And Ms. Naveen will be keeping an eye on this as it directly impacts the ability of our fourth and fifth graders not only to access recreational reading, but the associated novel studies. We currently do not have any Amana purchased recreational reading books inside of Sora. We're solely dependent on the Fulton County system. However, students can link their Sora account to the Atlanta Fulton Public Library system following the directions in this video. Ms. Omar is also working on a library card drive for our families so that all families have access to the materials in the Atlanta Fulton Public Library system. How do we go about launching our ebook initiative? The good news is that logins are the same across all platforms, although the initial setup does look different. We'll be using the student ID number as the username and the date of birth as the password in the month, day, 4-digit year format. Throughout the year, you may need to take actions depending on the type of platform you are utilizing for your next module study. Overall, accounts will not be ready to be created until after the 10-day count. And Ms. Naveen will notify you once setup is either ready for you to launch or she has done it herself. For Destiny Quest users, those students will create their own logins under teacher supervision, and the video will walk you through that. For Mac and VIA, student names are imported from our information system. However, teachers can create their accounts directly at macin.com, and teachers can start making those accounts today. We do not need to wait to create those accounts. Sora Overdrive, because it's a Fulton County product, will again be available after the 10-day count, and all students need to know is their student ID and their date of birth. Fulton County does manage the account structure, not Amana Academy. For all other login questions, please see Ms. Naveen. During the period when you are preparing to launch your module study, there are a few actions you may need to take. Ms. Naveen will need at least 2 weeks notice prior to launching Mac and VIA and Sora Overdrive novel studies. With Destiny Quest, those are already active and ready to go. You'll find that Trash Vortex and Animal Defenses are multi-user, simultaneous, unlimited copies. However, with Patient Zero, we only purchased 80 active licenses. So if grade 7 needs additional licenses beyond those 80, they will need to give Ms. Naveen 2 weeks to make that purchase. For Mac and VIA, teachers can go ahead and create their accounts now. Following that, Ms. Naveen will then ask how many licenses you need her to activate. She will purchase any additional licenses beyond the 80 that might be necessary. Once the copies are activated, an assignment code will be generated, and that assignment code can be posted on your Google Classroom. As students enter that assignment code, a license is automatically attached to them. You need to supply the total license count and the due date that these books would be returned by. Sora Overdrive requires more communication between your ELA crew and the library. We're purchasing class sets and they come with restrictions. First of all, we need to provide a number of licenses by grade. The license can then only be assigned one time to one student. We can't share the licenses and we can't change the name associated with the license. The license, however, will be good for 3 months. Ms. Naveen will assign the books to the students that you have specified. These books will automatically appear on the student shelf in Sora. One thing to note is that with the Most Beautiful Roof in the World title, not only do you provide the number of copies and a recommended due date, but students will actually have to select those books themselves. They will not be assigned by Ms. Naveen. What's the teacher timeline for this? Well, first we want you to watch the student training videos located on this document today. There are 2 videos for Destiny Quest, 1 video for Mac and VIA, and 1 video for Sora Overdrive. And then we ask that you test your knowledge with 10 simple review questions. Remember, if you're in 4th grade, you're only doing the 2 videos for Destiny Quest and the 1 Sora video. 5th and 6th grade both need to complete the 1 Mackin and 1 Sora video. 7th grade should complete the 2 Destiny Quest videos and the 1 Mackin video. And lastly, 8th grade, you lucked out, you have 1 video, the Sora Overdrive video. As you get closer to your novel study, it's time to watch the teacher training videos, which are also found on the training links document. Remember to mark your calendar 2 weeks before starting your novel study. This is a reminder to follow up with Ms. Naveen, and then for you to begin a refresher training on these platforms. Once you're notified that you can begin using these systems, you'll need to prepare your students. You should watch the student videos together and discuss, then find a practice book to experiment with. For 4th and 7th grade, plan a day to walk your students through their account setup in Destiny Quest. As we close today, there are 4 things to remember. First of all, Ms. Naveen is your contact for all things ebook or for paper copy books. If you need small group EPIC instruction, please contact Mrs. Boyd. And be on the lookout for information from Ms. Omar on a Atlanta Fulton Public Library System library card drive. Finally, let's get started on those student videos and complete the 10-question knowledge review. Thanks so much and have a great day.